And good afternoon. Welcome out here to Albany on this sunny but yet windy Wednesday afternoon. A makeup game here between Albany and South Harrison from the game on Monday. They got rained out about the same point as the South Harrison bus arrived. So did the rain, and that ended up flooding the field and therefore postponing Monday's game here till today. Again, I'm Jared Rolfes, joined along with Brett Williams, and like to thank our sponsors for helping you bring you today's broadcast today here on Albany TV. BTC Bank, Petty John Auto Center, with locations in Bethany and Albany. Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany, and the Home Lumber Company in Albany, the Albany Hy-Vee and Northwest Cell. Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany, along with the East Fork Lodge and Legacy Event Center in Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany, along with the Briar Patch and Sublime Flamingo, both on the west side of the square in Albany. Johnson Controls and William Construction Electric in Albany, the Donnie and Nancy Stevens family, the City of Albany, Albany Booster Club, the Albany and South Harrison School Districts, and the Printery New Shopper located in Albany. And as we get set here for tonight's broadcast, we'll let the public address announcer Brent Klein take it away with today's starting lineups, brought to you by Hogue Lumber Company. Before you start your next project, stop in and talk to the experts at Hogue Lumber Company in Albany, Missouri.
Welcome out to Albany today for today's contest between the South Harrison Bulldogs and the Albany Warriors. First, your starting lineup for your South Harrison Bulldogs. Leading off, DH Kate Eckerson. Playing shortstop, Braxton Booth. Playing first base, Jared Evans. Playing right field, Hayden Cox. Playing second base, Jackson Slaughter. Playing left field, Brody Templeton. Playing third base, Isaac Williams. Doing the catching, Briar Huddlemeyer. Playing center field, Jet Cornett. And doing the pitching, Bryson Quinley. And now your starters for the Albany Warriors. Doing the catching, leading off, Dalton Worrell. Playing third base, Jared Smith. Playing shortstop, Chase Klein. Playing center field, Trevor Akins. Playing right field, Quentin Herkman. Doing the pitching, Cole Emerson. Playing first base, Kenton Stevens. Playing left field, Bryce Martin. And playing second base, Shay Miller. Would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank school mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and you can earn that school extra cash. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank locations and get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank. Have you looked at Pettyjohn Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Pettyjohn Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we take a look at today's Hogue Lumber Company starting lineups. Remember, before you start your next project, stop in and talk to the experts at Hogue Lumber Company in Albany, Missouri. Starting lineup today here for South Harrison, leading off as the designated hitter is going to be Caden Eckerson. Batting in the second spot will be shortstop Braxton Booth. Batting third at first base is Jared Evans. Batting in the cleanup spot at right field is Hayden Cox. Batting fifth at second base is Jackson Slaughter. Batting in the sixth spot in left field is going to be Brody Templeton. Batting seventh at third base is Isaac Williams. Batting eighth and doing the catching will be Briar Huddlemeyer, and rounding out the lineup at center field, Jet Cornett. And on the mound today here for South Harrison is going to be Bryson Quinley. Take a look at the defense today here for the Warriors. In left field, it'll be Bryce Martin, Trevor Akins in center, Quentin Herkman in right field. Around the infield, Jarrett Smith at third, Chase Klein at short, Shea Miller at second. Kenton Stevens will play at first base. On the mound today is the senior Cole Emerson. His battery mate behind the plate is the sophomore Dalton Worrell. So again, those are today's starting lineups, and it's here at first pitch. It is 53 degrees and windy, 23-mile-an-hour winds coming out of the northwest, gusts up to 40 miles per hour today. As leading off will be Caden Eckerson, and the first pitch is going to be a bunt down the third base line. Smith picks it up, throw over to first, is going to be not in time as Eckerson just able to leg out the infield bunt single.
Nice surprise leadoff single there by South Harrison. Warriors not really expecting it. Nobody on the corners really playing up that much, but still a close play at first. So that surprise gave him just enough time to leg that out at first base, and early base runner here for the Bulldogs.
And it's going to be a game in which, for the Warriors and the Bulldogs, a ball hit in the air is going to be a dangerous play for the defense.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem. There's going to be some of these balls that are hitting the air that are just pretty much unplayable because they're not going to end up anywhere close to where they were. It's going to be tough for the defense. The best they can do is just try to communicate with each other as the ball's in the air.
The 0-1 pitch to Booth is going to be popped up into right field, and it's going to land just in shallow right field. Throw over to second, though, is going to get Caden Eckerson as he kind of had a hold up, and Booth is out on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, tough. It's a tough read there as a base runner because you don't want to get off too much, but if it drops, you have to go, and that ball just dies because of the wind. And for outfielders, they're going to have to come in pretty aggressively on these balls hitting the air because the wind's just gonna kill them.
And Jared Evans will come up to bat here for South Harrison, batting from the right side. As Emerson checking on the runner Booth at first. We saw it a little bit during warm-ups today. Ball hit up to the catcher at home plate, end up out of play. That is about how the wind is going to blow the ball today. As Booth takes off, throw down to second for Morrill, and gets away that time from Klein, and Booth ends up safely at second base on the stolen base.
Just kind of what we've seen early here from the Bulldogs. They're a very aggressive team. They get a leadoff bunt and stolen base here in the first inning. It looks like they're going to be aggressive on the base path.
Pitch swung at and missed. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Or sorry, no balls, 2 strikes. That first pitch was called strike there to Evans. So the 0-2 count now here to Evans with Booth sitting on second here in the top half of the first, still scoreless. Ball hit down the third base side, foul. Will stay, no balls, 2 strikes. So an 0-2 count here to the hard-hitting first baseman as the wind blows in from right center field. And the pitch is again going to be hit foul down the third base side. Will stay, no balls, 2 strikes.
Nice job to foul that one off. Emerson trying to get his first strikeout of the day. He's had a pretty good season so far for the Warriors on the mound.
Yeah, had the one hiccup last week against Platte Valley and in extra innings, and other than that has had pretty much a spotless season as this one's up high for ball 1. Count moves 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Tried to go off speed two pitches in a row. First one was a foul, and that one up high. Would probably look to go back to the fastball here. Don't want to throw the curveball too many times in a row and allow the hitter to time it up.
This one's going to be popped up, and it is going to blow out of play, foul, and will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. For the Warriors, they have had a bit of a rest so far. The last game they played was back on the 25th of March against Maysville. So they've had quite a bit of rest, about a 10-day rest here for the Warriors. As a big gust blows Cole Emerson off the mound. Thankfully got his foot off, wasn't called for the balk as well.
Yeah.
So now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. Runner takes off for third, and the ball gets away from the third baseman, Smith. Booth comes home, and he's going to score. And South Harrison is going to take a 1-0 lead off the strikeout as Booth able to steal third and on the air makes it home.
Tried to throw him out at third base. It was a little bit too Jarrett Smith's right. He had to reach across his body, and if you have to reach that far across, just come off the bag and stop the ball. Don't let it get to the outfield.
This one's going to be chopped back to the pitcher, Emerson. Picks it up, throw to first in time, out number 3, but not before South Harris could take a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the first. We'll go to the bottom half when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. To order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items, call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Hogue Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we take a look here at the Hogue Lumber Company starting lineups. Here for the starting lineup here for Albany. Leading off will be the catcher Dalton Worrell, followed by Jarrett Smith, the third baseman. Batting third is the shortstop Chase Klein. Batting cleanup in center field will be Trevor Akins. Batting fifth in right field will be Quentin Herkman. Batting the sixth spot doing the pitching today is Cole Emerson. Batting seventh at first base is Kenton Stevens. Batting the eighth spot is left fielder Bryce Martin, and rounding out the lineup is second baseman Shea Miller. Taking a look at the defense today here for South Harrison. In left field will be Brody Templeton. Jet Cornett will play in center. Hayden Cox in right field. And around the infield will be Isaac Williams at third. Braxton Booth at short. Jackson Slaughter at second base. Jared Evans at first. On the mound today is going to be Bryson Quinley. Briar Huddlemeyer is your catcher behind the plate today for the Bulldogs.
Well, you mentioned that game last inning that the Warriors had against Maysville, and in that game they were really able to get the bats going. It's been
wind blowing out that day too, though.
Yeah, they were able to hit the ball at a good rate, though. We'll see here if that long break has kind of cooled the bats down a little bit.
First pitch from Quinley to Worrell, going to hit the outside corner for strike one. Worrell, the lone left-handed batter in this Warriors starting lineup, going up against the right-hander Bryson Quinley. One pitch is going to be hit into right field, and it is going to be a leadoff single here for Worrell, as he does most games. Gets the Warriors on base quickly, and that'll bring up now the freshman Jarrett Smith to bat.
Well, the Warriors have had pretty consistent output from these top 3 hitters in their lineup across the season, and Dalton Worrell continues his pretty consistent season with another single into right.
And he's going to take off with the pitch outside, and no real attempt there from Huddlemeyer. The pitch outside, unable to really get a handle on it to get the throw down to second, so Worrell able to steal second safely. And the 1-0 pitch here to Smith. As I say that, Quinley throws over to second to check on Worrell and loses his hat in the process, as catcher Huddlemeyer will help him out and pick it up for him. That's something we had during pregame today. Lost my chair, then lost my hat. Had to go chase them both down.
Yeah, there's been several lost hats, and there will probably be some more.
Yes. Wind continues to blow in from center field, and a big gust comes as the pitch is looked at for strike one. Worrell, a dangerous secondary lead there at second base. Quinley throws back to second. Worrell back in safely. Again, Quinley will lose his hat. This time doesn't blow away too far from him. It's a 1-0 South Harrison lead here in the bottom half of the first inning, as the pitch home is swung on and missed here by Smith for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Jarrett Smith. Worrell takes off for third. Ball thrown away. Worrell is going to end up scoring off the air by the catcher Huddlemeyer, and the Warriors have tied it up.
I don't really know what happened with Huddlemeyer there. It looked like maybe he lost his footing or something, and that throw was majorly offline. I think the wind pushed it a little bit.
I think that's kind of the same way that we had with Worrell in the top half of the inning. That throw down at third base, the ball is going to blow away from the third baseman. You're going to have to throw to about where the third baseman is standing on the defense, as this one's going to be inside for ball 3 here to Smith, and let the ball kind of move in with the wind. So the 3-2 pitch home is going to be low, ball 4, and Smith will walk, and it'll bring up the shortstop Chase Klein. We talked about Worrell consistently getting on base at the top of the order. Klein has probably been their most consistent hitter, though. Hasn't walked as much as Worrell, but has quite a few hits so far on the season, as this one's going to be fouled off down the first base side for strike 1. And with the wind blowing as much as it is, people don't really want to hit the ball in the air too much. See if you don't see both teams, we've seen it already a little bit, be more aggressive on the base pass and try and get the runs that way, as the pitch home is going to be fouled off for strike 2. So an 0-2 count here to Chase Klein. Jarrett Smith on first, nobody out in a 1-1 ball game here in the bottom half of the first inning. And the pitch going to go behind Klein as Smith able to take second base easily. And now the 1-2 pitch home. Fouled off. Stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Chase Klein. As Quinley's pitch home is going to be chopped and fouled on the third base side.
Went to a curveball there. Klein able to get just enough of a piece of it. He was out in front of it a little bit, but able to get a piece and foul it off and see another pitch.
Klein has definitely kept this at bat alive with fouling off the pitches. As this time he gets one he wants and hits it into right field. And picking it up just before it got to right was Jackson Slaughter, as he had to go a long way to get that one, as the wind kind of almost seemed like it died it down on the infield as well. And Klein able to get in just before the throw. Smith moves up to third. Runners now in first and third. Nobody out, and Trevor Akins coming to bat.
It was good hustle by Klein to realize that ball might not leave the infield. He was going to have to sprint that one out if he wanted to beat the throw, and he did just in time.
And Klein going to take second, as Huddlemeyer faked the throw but did not attempt it. So now runner sitting at second and third and nobody out, and a 1-0 count here to Trevor Akins.
Big spot for Akins here.
And the pitch going to be fouled back for strike one.
Spent some time hitting in the 9 spot for the Warriors in the lineup and did a good job and worked himself up to the cleanup spot. And he's in a position right now where he can do some damage with 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out.
1-1 home from Quinley. Is going to be high for ball 2. Count moves 2 balls and a strike. It's going to be one of the things even for the pitchers today with that wind. Sometimes the wind will catch it and maybe raise that ball up a little bit. You're going to see some high pitches today, as this one's going to be just inside ball 3.
Well, and maintaining balance is a big part of pitching too. And I mean, this wind is strong. It's
already knocked Emerson off the mound.
Yeah, it has.
3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. Bases are loaded here for the senior right fielder, Quentin Herkman.
Now batting the right fielder, Quentin Herkman.
So Herkman will come up to bat here. Bases loaded, still nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning, and Warriors leading 1-0. Or sorry, tied here 1-1. And the pitch low for ball 1. This one upstairs, ball 2.
Quinley having trouble locating the strike zone here. If I'm a Warrior hitter, you got to be patient up there. No need to chase anything right now, especially when you're ahead 2-0.
And this one low for ball 3. Count 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 pitch is going to be just inside. Herkman will walk on 4 pitches, and it'll walk in a run as the Warriors take the lead here 2-1. It looks like we're going to have a visit to the mound here. This visit to the mound brought to you by Petty John Auto Center. Check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
And welcome back out again here to Albany. It's a 2-1 lead here for the Warriors with Cole Emerson coming up to bat, and the bases loaded, still nobody out. And the pitch is looked at for strike 1, and probably a smart idea there by Emerson after 5 or 6 straight balls to watch one there for a strike. And this one's going to be tipped back for strike 2. Count moves, no balls, 2 strikes. Emerson can help out his cause a little bit here with making some contact in fair territory as the 0-2 pitch is looked at, and Emerson goes down looking for the first out here in the inning, and it'll bring up the hard-hitting first baseman Kenton Stevens.
Yeah, big first out there for Quinley. He needs to try and get another one here. The Warriors really want to try and do some more damage even though they've taken the lead.
And this first one low for ball 1.
They've taken the lead back, but bases loaded, and there was no outs. Now just 1 out. You still want to try and score a couple more.
1-0 pitch popped up, going to go out of play for strike 1. And asking me things, ones that usually would just go pop straight up and be able to play in foul territory or going to blow way out of play today. As the 1-1 pitch. Low in the dirt and kept in front nicely that time by Huddlemeyer to keep Klein sitting at third base and keep this at a 1-run ball game. The 2-1 pitch home from Quinley to Stevens. Looked at, strike 2, count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Pitch home to Stevens is going to be chopped off home plate, picked up by the pitcher. Throw home is going to be in time. And they're going to get the force out at home and keep this at a 2-1 ball game, and that'll bring up Bryce Martin.
Yeah, that's a big out for South Harrison. They keep another run off the board, and if they can get out of this just trailing 2-1, they will for sure take that, because it was looking not great there for a minute.
As the first pitch to Bryce Martin going to be outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Martin with the bases loaded and 2 out. It's a 2-1 ball game here in the bottom of the first in favor of Albany. And the 2-0 pitch low for ball 3. As the wind continues to blow in. 3-0 pitch. Inside ball 4. Martin will walk in. Another run. As Trevor Akins will score. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Shea Miller, to bat. Miller, the 9th Warrior batter to hit this inning. Bases loaded, 2 out. And the pitch low for ball 1. Now walk to Martin was the 4th by Quinley so far this inning. As this one's outside for ball 2. Pitch looked at, strike 1. As it looked like Miller had the take sign. The 2-1 pitch home. And that one stays upstairs for ball 3. Herkman on third, Stevens on second, Martin on first. 3-1 pitch to Miller, going to clip the outside corner, strike 2, count now full. That'll put the runners in motion.
Yeah, you got to protect the play here from Miller. He's got the runners. They're going to get a head start. Stevens at second. He's probably going to hit one in the gap to score 2, but at least he can get one with a base hit.
And this one's going to be popped out of play. We'll stay with a full count. Call time as Quinley was taking too long to get set. So now Miller digs back in. Quinley gets back set here on the rubber. The 3-2 home. Bounces in the dirt and almost gets over the backstop, as that's the 5th walk here of the inning. And it's now a 3-1 Warrior lead.
Now top of the order back up as well for the Warriors.
Sorry, I take that back. 4-1 Warrior lead. And goes back to the top of the order with Dalton Worrell, who led off the ball, or left off this inning with a single out to right field.
Big opportunity here for the Warriors to push this one just a little bit farther away.
4-1 pitch is going to be looked at, strike 1. So Worrell singled, stole second, stole third, and came home on the air. throw down to third. As this one's going to bounce out of play, and that's going to send some runners home as well.
Yep.
As Stevens will get to come home, Martin will get to go up to third, Shane Miller up to second. As that one bounced in the dirt, hit off the catcher Huddlemeyer. And with that just a little bit of wind, it took off and went, actually, us sitting right behind home plate, it went over our heads as well.
Yeah. It's Warriors leading 5-1 now. Base hit here by Worrell. If he's able to score both runners, it might be an early exit for Quinley. It might be already an early exit. We'll see here. We'll see here if he can get out of the inning, though, at least.
Pitch upstairs for ball 2. Count moves 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch upstairs, ball 3. And that already is going to be the 44th pitch of the day there by Quinley. So already his pitch count climbing quickly. And this one just outside, ball 4. Worrell will walk, the bases loaded again.
Now batting the third baseman, Jarrett Smith.
And that'll bring up Jarrett Smith to bat with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He walked in his first plate appearance. And this one upstairs, ball 1.
You can see just some little signs of frustration from Quinley on the mound, and South Harrison catcher going to call a timeout. It's a good spot for one because you can kind of see Quinley getting a little bit frustrated there on the mound, and it's been a frustrating day for him so far. Like he said, he's thrown almost 50 pitches in the first inning, just not able to find that strike zone and get out of this inning. He is only 1 out away, but the Warriors still just keep managing to work walks, and they're not chasing, so he's really been struggling.
Yeah, Huddlemeyer kind of had to try and calm him down here as it's a 1-0 count here to Smith. Quinley looks back in, brings home the 1-0. And looked at, strike 1, count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, watching the whole way. Now he's got the sign to swing away. Warriors probably taking until they see a strike with Quinley struggling like he is.
This one outside, ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Jarrett Smith. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Warriors lead 5-1 here in the bottom half of the first inning. And this one in at the knees for strike 2. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got to protect the outside corner of the plate. Warriors haven't really liked that pitch all season long. Some of these umps, they will give the outside pitch.
As Smith will swing at this one and knock it out of play, foul. We'll stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Quinley looks in, has his pitch, brings home the 2-2 in the dirt. Ball 3 as the count now moves full as Huddlemeyer can't find it, but runners will stay.
Again, another full count. Warriors going to be in motion.
And the 3-2 pitch is going to be hit towards the shortstop booth. Picks it up, throw to first in time. Out number 3, but the Warriors do their own damage. They lead by 4 going to the second inning. They lead 5-1. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They are prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany, Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
East Fork Lodge and Ranch is tucked away in the solitude of over 1,000 private acres of rolling hills, beautiful trees, and fields just north of Albany. East Fork Lodge is complete with 11 private suites, 3 private cabins, and all the amenities you could ever desire. You're sure to be comfortable when staying only a few days or just a few hours. East Fork Lodge is the perfect location for weddings, corporate retreats, reunions, family vacations, or even a weekend getaway with some friends. Email Jamie at eastforklodge.com for more information on East Fork Lodge and Ranch.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready for the top half of the second inning. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Jackson Slaughter, Brody Templeton, and Isaac Williams. That'll be coming up to bat here for South Harrison. It's a 5-1 Albany lead here as we get ready to start the top half of the second inning.
Well, South Harrison finds themselves in a little bit of a hole. It was a tough first inning for Quinlan. They're going to have to try and put together a big inning of their own here. Emerson's normally a guy who is pretty consistently in the strike zone, though, so if that continues, they're going to have to put the ball in play.
And again, another big gust comes and blows Emerson out of the windup. A little step off. As the first pitch looked at for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch here from Emerson to Slaughter. Swung on a miss, strike 1.
Big hack at that pitch by Slaughter, just out in front of it. Kind of pulled his head a little bit too.
The 1-1 upstairs, ball 2 is that when you could kind of notice the off-speed pitch. Kind of got the wind, took care of it, and kept it up, and almost went sailing over Worrell's head. 2-1 pitch. Just inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here to lead off the top half of the second inning. And the pitch home from Emerson to Slaughter is tipped foul for strike 2 as the count now moves full. Both these teams will be back in action tomorrow. Conference play for both teams. As South Harrison will be taking on Milan. Albany will be over in Princeton. The 3-2 is going to be hit to left field. Left fielder Martin comes in. The third baseman Smith falls just past the infield. And as the wind continued to do dances, I thought that one was going to be well into the left field. Ends up coming back into play, and Smith just catches it.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Smith. That's a really hard. It's hard to find the ball, first of all, when you're looking over your shoulder like that, and then he has to come back as the wind blows it back towards the infield. And nice play to stick with that one and make the catch.
That'll bring up Brody Templeton, left-hander, looks at this one on the outside corner for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch upstairs. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 1 out here in the second inning. Albany leading 5-1. And the pitch looked at for strike 2. As the count moves, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 outside, ball 2. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. A flag out in center field blows in. As this one's going to be popped up. And it's going to get out of play, foul. And we'll stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Templeton. And the pitch home from Emerson. is going to be hit and just past the glove of Kenton Stevens, maybe ricocheting off it just a bit into right field. And it'll be a 1-out single by Brody Templeton. As that one, I believe, just glanced off the glove of the first baseman, Stevens. As it'll bring up the senior third baseman, Isaac Williams, to bat. This one bounces, and moving up to second base is Templeton after the wild pitch. So that's about the second time that we've seen a ball hit right at home plate or right in front of home plate, almost make it out of the playing surface. As this one upstairs for ball 2. Checks a runner at second, comes home upstairs. Ball 3, and that time Worrell couldn't keep a hold of it. And Templeton takes third. So 3 balls, no strikes here to Williams. And the pitch home from Emerson. Looked at, strike 1. And the 3-1 pitch is going to be low for ball 4. That's the first walk of the day issued by Emerson, as it'll bring up the catcher, Briar Huddlemeyer.
Well, South Harrison may be cooking something here. It's a pretty big at bat here. Warriors really need an out with Williams likely taking second base on this pitch. They'll have 2 runners in scoring position with an out. So Warriors really need to try and get that second out here.
I said Stevens not even holding Williams on at first. As Emerson will step off. Now Stevens will hold, I believe. As Emerson steps off, and back in safely is Williams. And again, Emerson will step off. The throw to first gets away, and coming home will be Templeton. And Williams will move up to second.
Yeah, not really sure what the Warriors. They gave Williams a lot of attention, 3 straight throwovers. There's a runner on third base that whole time, and kind of just gave South Harrison a run there.
And the pitch home to Huddlemeyer hits off a home plate and bounces away, as Williams now moves up to third. So a 1-0 count here to Briar Huddlemeyer, with Williams on third, 1 out here in the second inning as Warriors lead 5-2. Pitch from Emerson inside. Ball 2 as Worrell quickly gets out of the crouch and walks Williams back to third. Two-0 upstairs, ball 3. After Emerson did so well in that first inning finding the strike zone, having some trouble here.
Yeah, the Warriors
in the second.
They are paying a lot of attention to Williams on third base, and it's got to try and get the batter here as well.
As a 3-0 pitch upstairs, ball 4, second straight walk issued here by Emerson. And it'll bring up Jet Cornett, the number 9 hitter in this South Harrison lineup.
The center fielder, Jet Cornett.
And we're going to have a quick visit of the mound. Remember, during this visit of the mound, check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com.
If you're looking to join a stable and growing company, Johnson Controls in Albany is the place for you. They are currently hiring for multiple positions, including welding, electrical, and general assembly. Johnson Controls offers excellent benefits: medical, dental, vision, life insurance, 401k, health savings account, and paid holidays. Apply now at www.johnsoncontrols.com to join their winning team.
So a courtesy runner here for Huddlemeyer is going to be Austin Henry, as he'll take over at first base. Isaac Williams still sitting at third. One out here in the inning. As Emerson started this inning with a warm-up on, they're going to take that off and maybe see if maybe kind of loosens him up a little bit. Throw over to first, and back in safely that time is Henry. And they'll check Henry at first, and again throw over. Showing bunt that time was Cornett, but pulls it back as the pitch upstairs for ball one. Henry did not take off with the pitch, but assume probably with this one he will. And again showing bunt, pulls it back, throw down to second. And they're going to get the runner at second. Williams, though, stays at third. So 2 outs now. And a 1-1 count here to Jet Cornett, with Williams still sitting on third base.
Yeah, you don't normally see that a lot. They go for the out at second base with the runner on third. Normally they just throw it to the shortstop or something, but Warriors go for the out and they get it.
And this one going to be low for ball two. And it seemed like Henry not quite expecting that throw down to second. Kind of let off the gas just a little bit. As the 2-1 pitch upcoming here from Emerson is going to be hit to the third baseman. Smith has some trouble picking it up. Picks it up, throw to first, gets away, and getting on base due to the air is going to be Jet Cornett. And coming in to score is Isaac Williams, making this a 5-3 ball game. As the top of the order, Caden Eckerson comes up to bat. He singled in his first plate appearance off a leadoff bunt.
Self-inflicted wounds for the Warriors. The first run South Harrison gets this inning is all a pass ball, and there an error. Pass ball first base, not pass ball to catcher. I guess I should specify that.
Runner takes off for second, and Worrell couldn't quite make the transfer from glove to throw in hand, and Cornett in safely at second. So 1-0 count here to Eckerson. As the pitch home from Emerson. Looked at, strike one, count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Warriors have given up 3 runs so far, none of them earned. As the 1-1 going to be popped up. Third base side, foul territory. Will it stay in play? Yes, it does, right up against the fence. Jarrett Smith pulls it in for out number 3. We will go to the bottom of the second inning. It's now a 2-run Warrior lead. We'll be back to start the bottom of the second when we come back in a moment.
Sublime Flamingo Boutique on the west side of the square in Albany is your prom dress headquarters in Gentry County. They have prom dresses in stock and are taking appointments now. So schedule your appointment to find the best dress today. If you're needing something stylish and cute for your princess, you don't need to head to the city and the big box stores. Instead, you can visit Sublime Flamingo Boutique in Albany. Call and schedule your appointment early at 660-851-1122 or book online at sublimeflamingoboutique.com. Stay local with Sublime Flamingo Boutique, LLC, on the square in Albany. The Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany has gifts for every occasion. The Briar Patch can help you with fresh flowers, green plants, candles, willow tree angels, customized cups, and so much more. They also deliver your gift items. Don't forget, the Briar Patch also features tuxedo rentals for all occasions. To schedule a fitting for your tux or to order your one-of-a-kind gifts, call the Briar Patch on the square in Albany at 660-726-4170.
And welcome back out again here to Albany. It's a 5-3 lead in favor of the Warriors. It will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters that'll be coming up, or sorry, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up for the Warriors. Chase Klein, Trevor Akins, and Quentin Herkman. Quinley still on the mound here for South Harrison. And Brett, we kind of talked about it there during the break. Probably keep him out there just to take some pitches away. You do have a conference game coming up tomorrow on the road, so I want to save some of your pitchers for that game. As Chase Klein leads off, he singled last inning and fouls that one off for strike one. He was called out at home on a fielder's choice.
Yeah, non-conference games are always tough because you have a guy like Quinley who really struggled last inning, and he clearly, we'll see how the rest of his game goes, but so far hasn't had it. But you also want to save your better pitchers. It's kind of a tough position to be in.
This one looked at, strike two, gets out to a nice start here. Starts 0-2 here to Klein. And the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be outside for ball one. Count moves 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 home. It's going to be hitting to center field. Center fielder Cornett under it. Puts it away for out. Number 1. That'll bring up Trevor Akins, who walked and scored in his first plate appearance.
Now batting the center fielder, Trevor Akins.
First pitch to Akins, looked at, strike one. And the 0-1 chop towards the shortstop Booth. Has some trouble with it. Throw over to first, not going to be in time. As Akins able to leg it out as he gets on base due to the error by Booth.
And that's a tough error by South Harrison. You have a pitcher who really struggled in the first inning and had a chance for a quick out number 2 in a much quicker second inning, but you get an error and a runner on first.
Akins takes off, and he's in safely, throws sails into center field, but Cornett there to back it up. So 1-0 count here to Quentin Herkman with a runner now on second base and 1 out. Pitch home from Quinley. Looked at, strike one. Count moves 1 ball, 1 strike. Sorry, no balls, 2 strikes. Thought they called that first one a ball. So the 0-2 comes home, and that one's inside for ball 1.
Some of these Warrior hitters have to keep in mind, especially on 2 strike counts, is that even if they don't like the outside pitch, you got to at least try and foul it off, because we've seen very few swings by the Warriors on the outside corner, and they're getting called.
And there's another one as Herkman goes down looking.
Yeah, the Warriors, they don't like it, but you can't like it all you want. If it's being called a strike, you got to at least try and foul it off. I mean, going down, even if you go down swinging, it's a lot better than watching it go by.
And that'll bring up Cole Emerson. He struck out looking in his last plate appearance on that outside pitch as you were talking about. This one inside for ball 1. So runner on second, 2 outs. 2-run lead here for the Warriors. This one's going to be hit, and it's going to go underneath the glove of the third baseman, Isaac Williams, and Akins going to be stopped at third, even with Templeton kind of misplaying it. So Emerson gets on base due to the error, and that'll bring up Kenton Stevens to bat.
A couple of errors by South Harrison has extended the inning for the Warriors, and now with Akins on third, they have a chance to double their lead, make it 6-3.
And Stevens got on base due to a fielder's choice, his last plate appearance. two speedy players on base for the Warriors as well as Emerson takes off. Huddlemeyer does not throw down.
Yeah, great jump by Emerson. There was no way they were gonna get him out stealing second base, and they weren't gonna try regardless.
So Emerson, Aikens probably the two fastest in the lineup for the Warriors. As the pitch to Stevens going to be popped up out of play. As the count moves, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position here for the Warriors. And the pitch to Stevens is going to be hit towards the shortstop. Booth again has some trouble, but gets the throw over to first in time for out number 3. And we will go now to the 3rd inning with the Warriors leading 5-3 when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Whether you're hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's also has daily lunch specials with the lunch buffet on Wednesdays. Make sure you leave room for dessert though, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany. The Donnie and Nancy Stevens family are proud to support their Albany Warriors. Whether it be in the classroom or on the playing surface, Donnie and Nancy Stevens and family wish the Albany Warriors students, teachers, coaches, and administrators the best of luck this academic year.
Are you needing more space in your home and looking to remodel, or just start from scratch and have your dream home built? Then contact Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany. Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany can help you with all of your building needs. Big or small, they do it all at Williams Construction LLC and Electric. Contact them today at 660-483-0255 or 660-726-2417.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the top half of the 3rd inning. It is a 5-3 lead, and it will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters that are coming up here for South Harrison. It will be Braxton Booth, Jared Evans, and Hayden Cox.
Well, after a very long bottom of the 1st inning where South Harrison gave up 5 runs, they get out of that bottom of the 2nd without allowing the Warriors to get on the board here. And middle of the order for South Harrison now trying to do some more damage.
As Emerson loses the feel on that pitch as it sails to the backstop for strike 1, or for ball 1. And Warriors are probably going to try and use as much of Emerson today as they can with a game tomorrow. As this one looked at for strike 1, another conference game. They'll be at Princeton tomorrow, and then we'll be back home again on Friday against North Nottoway. So 3 games in a row for the Warriors in 3 days. The 1-1 pitch is going to be hitting the left center field. Bryce Martin and left, able to pull it in for out number 1. That'll bring up the hard-hitting first baseman, Jared Evans. And the first pitch upstairs, ball 1. Evans struck out swinging his first plate appearance. Looked at for ball 2. Wind has somewhat died down a little bit here to start out this 3rd inning compared to what it has the rest of the ball game. And it's the 2-0 pitch upstairs for ball 3. So that means it's down to about a 15-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah, this has been the least amount of wind we've had for a few seconds all game long.
As the 3-0 pitch comes in, and Evans thought about swinging but holds off and will walk on 4 straight pitches, and it'll bring up the right fielder Hayden Cox to bat.
Now batting the right fielder, Hayden Cox.
So Cox will dig in here to the left-handed batter's box with 1 on and 1 out. And the pitch is swung on a miss, strike 1. And the wind has picked back up again.
Yeah, I kind of knew it wouldn't last very long.
No. The 0-1 upstairs. Count back even at 1 ball, 1 strike. And now the 1-1 home from Emerson. Again, Sales for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike here to Hayden Cox with Evans on first and 1 out. This one just clips the outside corner, strike 2, count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 home here from Cole Emerson to Hayden Cox. Hit right back to the pitcher, Emerson. Throw to the shortstop, Klein covering at second. Throw to first is low, and Stevens unable to dig it out. So they do get the force out at second, but they do not get the double play, as it'll bring up the second baseman, Jackson Slaughter.
Well, it's a nice play regardless by Emerson to get that glove down and scoop that ground ball, and then remember that the lead runner is heading towards second base, so they get the lead runner. Now 2 outs and a runner on first base. The Warriors have a good chance at getting out of this inning without letting South Harrison score.
First pitch high upstairs, ball 1. Slaughter pumped up to Jarrett Smith, who made an excellent play behind third base last inning. As the 1-0 looked at for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first and 2 outs. And the pitch home now from Emerson is just on the inside corner for strike 2.
Yeah, that's a pretty good 1-1 pitch. You're not going to get many more pitches better than that. Now down 1-2, you're going to have to try and protect the plate.
1-2 swung on a miss, strike 3. Emerson gets out of the inning, and we will go to the bottom of the third with Albany still leading 5-3 when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small town roots with a big town feel.
The Albany Booster Club is a group of people who come together to make a better experience for the Albany R3 students. They try to help students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, helping every Albany R3 student succeed in their field. The Albany Booster Club, joining together for the better of the Albany students.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the bottom half of the third inning. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Bryce Martin, Shea Miller, and Dalton Worrell. That'll bat here for the Warriors.
It was a much better second inning for Quinley than first inning. We'll see here if he can keep it up, kind of closer to what he was like in the second inning, or if he, again, struggles to find the strike zone like he started the day doing.
And first couple batters he'll face have all walked against him so far today, as Martin walked in his first plate appearance. First pitch outside, ball one. We talked about the wind blowing down to about 15 miles an hour last inning. Feels like it's up now at least to about 25 to 30. Here to start out the bottom half of the third. As the 1-0. Low for ball two.
And this is a true case of it wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the wind, because
yes,
when the wind dies down for a few seconds, it really feels like a pretty nice day.
This one upstairs, ball three. Again, sustained winds of 20 mile an hour plus and wind gusts as high as 40 today. And it's the 3-0. Is going to be high and outside, ball four, and Martin will lead off the inning with a walk. That's the 7th walk of the day, issued here by Quinley, and he'll bring up Shea Miller, who walked in his his last plate appearance. As looks like we're going to have a quick visit of the mound, and this may be the end of the day for Quinley, and that's what it appears to be. So we'll be back after this Albany Hy-Vee pitching change. Remember, this pitching change on Albany TV brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and you can earn that school extra cash. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. Order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items. Call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Hogue Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades.
And welcome back out again here to Albany, as this this pitching change here on Albany TV brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. The new pitcher is going to be the shortstop Braxton Booth, and Quinley will move over to short. So Braxton Booth on the mound here in the bottom half of the third inning. Nobody out, runner on third. Bryson Quinley goes 2+ innings, gives up 5 runs, 4 earned off of 2 hits, 7 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Shea Miller will come up to bat here against Braxton Booth. And the first pitch of the day here from Booth is going to be inside, ball 1. And the 1-0 inside, ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Shea Miller, the number 9 hitter in this Warrior lineup. And the 2-0 is going to clip the outside corner for strike 1. Bryce Martin sits at first base here for the Warriors. And the 2-1 pitch home. Swung on and missed. Strike 2 as Booth got Miller trying to golf that one out of the dirt. Two low and outside for ball 3 as the count now moves full. So full count pitch upcoming from Booth to Miller. It's swung on a miss, strike 3, as Booth gets the first out of the inning. It goes up to the top of the order in Dalton Worrell, who has singled and walked in his 2 plate appearances.
Dalton Worrell.
And the first pitch swung on a miss, strike 1. From Booth is going to be hit towards the second baseman. Slaughter, throw to second, in time, throw to first, is going to pull the first baseman off the bag as Worrell gets on base due to the fielder's choice.
Another ground ball to second base by Worrell this time, though. Grounds into the fielder's choice. Luckily, though, for the Warriors, he was able to beat the throw out. The inning extends here. We'll see if Jarrett Smith can do anything to extend the inning.
Throw over to first. Worrell back in safely. Smith has walked and grounded out to short in his 2 plate appearances. As Booth will check the runner Worrell at first. And takes off. Pitch upstairs. Ball thrown short and bounces up to the shortstop Quinley as Worrell takes second base.
Good jump there by Worrell. Didn't really expect the play to be that close. It's always tough, though, when you're kind of running into the wind, though.
Yes.
So probably had something to do with that.
So 1-0 count here to Smith with a runner on second and 2 outs. This one's going to be popped back out of play, foul for strike 1. Last time Worrell got on base with nobody in front of him, he stole second, then stole third. And on the attempted throw to third to get him out, was able to come home as it bounced away from the third baseman Williams. 1-1 gets back safely as the second baseman Slaughter covering. The 1-1 here from Booth to Smith. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Worrell still taking that aggressive lead at second base, but as long as Booth's delivery is not, really slow to home, he probably won't go.
This one outside for ball 2. Count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Worrell does a lot of extra work on the base pass, trying to get the opposing team to throw over and make a mistake. As the throw over to second, not in time as Worrell just gets back in safely. He has been picked off a couple of times because of it so far this year, but he's also gotten a couple of extra bases as the ball's gotten away this year from that as well. So it's kind of a risk-reward type thing. And another throw back over, and again, he's safe at second.
They keep throwing over there, but again, I don't think he has any intention of stealing. And even if he does, if Booth's delivery is quick to the plate, they'll have a chance to throw him out.
2-2 is going to be fought off, and it's going to be snagged by the shortstop Quinley for out number 3. We will go to the 4th inning. Albany still leads 5-3 when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the top half of the fourth inning. It will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Templeton, Williams, and Huddlemeyer. That will be batting here for South Harrison, as Albany still holds that 5-3 lead. Templeton so far 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a run scored. Scored one of the 2 back in the second inning. As the first pitch from Emerson, outside, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Brody Templeton, the leadoff man in this Warrior lineup, or in this Bulldog lineup in the 4th, as this one upstairs from Emerson for ball 3. On deck would be Isaac Williams, who walked in his last plate appearance. 3-0 pitch, looked at, strike 1. Has Templeton taken the whole way. Emerson had trouble finding the strike zone on the first 3 pitches, so Templeton holds off and watches for the first strike. And now the 3-1 pitch home from Emerson is going to be upstairs, ball 4. And that is the 4th walk of the day issued by Cole Emerson.
Third baseman Isaac Williams.
And that'll bring up Isaac Williams, who was one of those 4 walks. First pitch swung on a miss for strike 1. Big thing for Emerson to watch out for here is Templeton leading off the inning with that walk. He's paid a lot of attention to the base runners so far today rather than just coming home with the hitters. The 0-1 pitch low. Templeton takes off, throw down to second, and just getting in there is Templeton.
They had a chance. Klein had to reach to the other side of where Templeton was coming to the third base side and then come back around for the tag, and just not quite enough time to do it, and Templeton's safe.
The 1-1 going to be high for ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch from Emerson to Williams. Again, going to be a little high for ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike. Here to Williams, nobody out and a runner on second. And pitch swung on a miss for strike 2 as the count now moves full. And the 3-2 home from Emerson is low in the dirt for ball 4. And that'll bring up the catcher, Huddlemeyer.
Now batting the catcher, Briar Huddlemeyer.
Huddlemeyer walked in his first plate appearance. Comes up to bat with runners on second and first, nobody out. As the tying run now sits at first, shows bunt, and pulls it back as that one upstairs for ball one.
Once again, this part of the order comes up, and Emerson struggling to find the strike zone, and Warriors only have a 2-run lead here, and 2 runners on, and nobody out so far.
Emerson has 5 walks, 4 of them coming to the 6th batter or lower in the lineup as that one missed on the bunt, and the throw to third gets away. Bryce Martin's throw home is going to be in time to get out Templeton at third.
Fantastic throw
at home.
Fantastic throw by Martin to not only back it up, but then get it up and get it out quickly. We're going to have a discussion about the call, but it was
I said it was right on the money from Martin. And it was right on the money where Worrell just had to just basically put his glove and got Templeton.
I think maybe instead of arguing the call, it might be arguing that Worrell was blocking the plate. Or maybe not. Seemed like just the by the hand gestures they were making, that might have been something that was brought up. Not sure.
So either way, it stays at a 5-3 ball game now. 1 out in the inning and a 1-1 count here to Huddlemeyer. Pitch upstairs for ball 2.
Nonetheless, though, big first out by the Warriors. They maintained that 2-run lead, but on the throw, Isaac Williams was able to move up to third, so he's 90 feet away.
2-1 pitch. Looked at for strike 2, count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the ball got away there from Emerson on the throwback. Sorry, 2-1 count here. As the pitch. Gonna be just outside, ball 3. So I call it 3-1 count here. And the 3-1 pitch is going to be popped back foul as the count now moves full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on third, 1 out. Here in this 2-run ball game in the top half of the 4th inning.
Huge pitch here for Emerson. Warriors really hoping for an out here.
As 3-2 is looked at, strike 3 as Huddlemeyer goes down looking.
And it's a close pitch, but it's on a 2-strike count. You got to swing at those. You can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
And that'll bring up Jet Cornett, who got on base due to an error, his last plate appearance. First pitch looked at on the inside corner for strike 1. And the 0-1 goes behind the batter and stays in play this time as it hits off the backstop. Emerson did a good job of coming home to try and cover in case Williams did try to come home. So the 1-1 count here to Jet Cornett. Emerson will step off as another wind gust comes. And the 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike here to Cornett. And the 2-1 upstairs, ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike here to Jet Cornett. On deck would be the top of the order. One pitch low in the dirt, ball 4. Cornett will walk. That is the 6th walk of the day issued here by Emerson.
Now batting the designated hitter, Kate Eckerson.
as Eckerson will come up to bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a pop out to third in his 2 plate appearances. He ended the second inning with that pop out to third just in foul territory that Smith was able to go up against the fence to put it away. As the first pitch looked at, strike 1. So runners on the corners here in the top half of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Albany leads 5-3. Williams on third, Cornett on first. And Emerson will throw over to first as Cornett back in safely. And the 0-1 upstairs. Throw down to first this time by Worrell. Kept in front there by Stevens as that one kind of snow coned in his first base glove and almost got away. One from Emerson is swung on and missed for strike 2 as Eckerson, even swinging, continued to try and fight that one all the way through to try and hold up. Just unable to as the count moves 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 goes behind the batter for ball 2 as Cornett will take second without the throw.
You don't really know what happened there for Emerson. That was a fastball. It was just straight. It was never, that just was straight behind the batter that entire time.
And now the 2-2 with 2 runners in scoring position. Upstairs, ball 3, so the count now moves full. So again, the tying runner now in scoring position here for South Harrison. The last lead they held was a 1-0 lead in the top half of the first inning. The 3-2 pitch home is going to be hit right back up the middle. This one's going to get into center, and there's going to be trouble as South Harrison is going to tie this one up. Runner tries to take off for second, and the throw gets Klein off the bag, so Eckerson gets a 2 RBI single, moves up to second on the throw. And it'll bring up Braxton Booth as we are now tied at 5 apiece here in the 4th inning. Booth so far 0 for 2, got on base due to a fielder's choice, flew out to left field in his 2 plate appearances as this one's outside for ball 1. And the pitch outside, ball 2. Next pitch will be the 86th of the day here for Emerson. On the 2-0, upstairs, ball 3.
Well, yeah, the Warriors would really love for Emerson to get through this 4th inning before they have to pull him because of his reaching his pitch count. But it's a 3-0 count here. He's got to try and fight back.
This one clips the inside corner as Booth thought it was going to be ball 4. So a 3-1 count, and if Emerson can get out of this inning and the Warriors can score some offense in the bottom half of the 4th, he may have an opportunity to pitch a little bit more in the game as he went into the windup on that one, had to keep pitching as his hat flew off his head. And time will be called as Booth will walk. Remember, this Visit the Mound brought to you by Petty John Auto Center. Check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
The Legacy Event Center at East Fork Lodge, just north of Albany, is a 7,500 square foot beautifully decorated event space that includes a caterer's kitchen. The Legacy provides intricate woodworking, charming antiques, and natural barnwood walls. The magnificent black and white staircase allows the special couple to make the grandest of entrances. The rustic elegance of the Legacy is the perfect backdrop to your special day. For more information on the Legacy Event Center, email Jamie at eastforklodge.com. If you're looking to join a stable and growing company, Johnson Controls in Albany is the place for you. They are currently hiring for multiple positions, including welding, electrical, and general assembly. Johnson Controls offers excellent benefits: medical, dental, vision, life insurance, 401k, health savings account, and paid holidays. Apply now at www.johnsoncontrols.com to join their winning team. Sublime Flamingo Boutique on the west side of the square in Albany is your prom dress headquarters in Gentry County. They have prom dresses in stock and are taking appointments now, so schedule your appointment to find the best dress today. If you're needing something stylish and cute for your princess, you don't need to head to the city and the big box stores. Instead, you can visit Sublime Flamingo Boutique in Albany. Call and schedule your appointment early at 660-851-1122 or book online at sublimeflamingoboutique.com. Stay local with Sublime Flamingo Boutique, LLC on the square in Albany. The Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany has gifts for every occasion. The Briar Patch can help you with fresh flowers, green plants, candles, willow tree angels, customized cups, and so much more. They also deliver your gift items. Don't forget, the Briar Patch also features tuxedo rentals for all occasions. To schedule a fitting for your tux or to order your one-of-a-kind gifts, call the Briar Patch on the square in Albany at 660-726-4170.
And welcome back out to Albany as we have another Albany Hy-Vee pitching change. And this pitching change brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. New pitcher in for the Warriors is the freshman Jarrett Smith. He'll move over from third base to the pitcher's mound. Moving over to third base from right field will be Quint Herkman. Moving from center to right will be Trevor Aikens. And Cole Emerson moves from the mound to center field.
And when Jarrett Smith doesn't start the games, he always seems to come in a pretty high-stakes situation. He came out with the bases loaded and 2 outs back in that first game, and here he comes in, runners on second and first, 2 outs, and a tie game in the top of the fourth. So another big, a big situation where his team has given him the ball and trusted him to come through for him.
And he's got not the easiest of parts of the lineup to start pitching either. He's got the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. So it'll be Jarrett Evans that'll bat. He has struck out and walked in his 2 plate appearances. And just as Smith takes the mound, another big wind gust comes in. The first pitch to Evans is going to be fought off. Center of the field, Chase Klein picks it up, throw to first in time. And a quick one pitch out that time for Smith to get out of the 4th inning. We will go to the 5th when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's also has daily lunch specials with the lunch buffet on Wednesdays. Make sure you leave room for dessert though, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany. The Donnie and Nancy Stevens family are proud to support their Albany Warriors. Whether it be in the classroom or on the playing surface, Donnie and Nancy Stevens and family wish the Albany Warriors students, teachers, coaches, and administrators the best of luck this academic year. The Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany has gifts for every occasion. The Briar Patch can help you with fresh flowers, green plants, candles, willow tree angels, customized cups, and so much more. They also deliver your gift items. Don't forget, the Briar Patch also features tuxedo rentals for all occasions. To schedule a fitting for your tux or to order your one-of-a-kind gifts, call the Briar Patch on the square in Albany at 660-726-4170.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as it's now tied at 5-5 as we enter the bottom half of the 4th inning. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up for the Warriors: Chase Klein, Trevor Aikens, and Quentin Herkman. And neither of the 2 pitchers that started out the ball game will come away with a win or a loss in this ball game.
Well, the Warriors have a great part of the lineup up. If you're trying to break a scoreless tie in the bottom of the 4th, 3, 4, and 5. We'll see here if that part of the order can make something happen here for Albany.
Klein 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a fly out to center. This one's going to be popped up, foul territory. Gets out of play though for strike 1. It's another one of those that looked like it probably would have stayed in play in most normal days, but with the wind gusts today, blew its way out of play. The 0-1 pitch is going to be hitting the left field, and the left fielder, Brody Templeton, comes in on it and puts it away for out number 1.
Yeah, it's good contact by Klein. He waited back on it and drove it into left field, but that's just the breaks. Sometimes you get solid contact and it just goes right to somebody. That was a pretty easy play for Templeton to make.
First pitch to Akins is going to be low and outside for ball 1. Akins has walked, got on base due to an error in his 2 plate appearances. Both of those against Bryce and Quinley. As the 1-0 swung on a miss for strike 1. The 1-1. Upstairs, ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Akins. That one again going to be low for ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike, nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning in a tie ball game. As that one will be looked at for ball 4. And it'll bring up Quentin Herkman, who's walked and struck out looking at his 2 plate appearances. Akins takes a nice lead at first. Throw over to first. Akins back in safely. This 4, 5, and 6 part of the lineup, the 3 fastest probably on the team, with 2 wide receivers and a running back. As this one's going to be chopped back towards the center, and Quinley can't corral it as Herkman gets on base due to the air.
Yeah, Quinley was trying to cover second off of a steal attempt by Akins, and he kind of waited on the ball. And something I always heard growing up playing baseball was play the ball, don't let the ball play you. And he kind of waited back on it, and it takes a bad hop and goes into the outfield, and Herkman reaches safely.
As now Emerson up 0 for 2 on the day, as this one bounces off a home plate foul for strike 1. Emerson struck out looking and got on base due to an error in his 2 plate appearances. So Akins on second, Herkman on first. A big gap between the first and second base, with the second baseman Slaughter covering, as this one's going to be outside for ball 1. But we have seen Slaughter make a nice play to make a play a lot closer than we thought it would be at first earlier in the ball game. As Emerson shows bunt and pulls it back as the count moves 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls and a strike, 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. 5-5 ball game here between Bethany and Albany, as this one going to be called strike 2 as Emerson unable to get the bunt down.
And they really want to trying to get him to get a bunt down, but you can't do it now with 2 strikes. He's going to have to swing away.
The 2-2 pitch. It's going to be fouled back out of play. We'll stay 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You can kind of tell from not only Emerson, but Coach Worrell at third base that they really wanted to try and get that bunt down. Kind of disappointed that Emerson wasn't able to do it.
2-2 pitch is going to be hitting the left field. Left fielder Templeton gives chase in foul territory. Can't pull it in, just out of his reach. As count will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind continued to blow it out. Foul, and Templeton just out of his reach there in foul territory down the left field side. Now the 2-2 pitch home is going to be inside. Runner takes off for third. Akins in safely as Herkman stays at first as the count now moves full. to first. Herkman back in safely.
Well, Herkman doesn't go with Akins, but he should go on the pitch. Or never mind, there's just one out. Scratch that.
3-2. He will take off as Emerson swings and misses for out number 2 as Herkman does take second. As it'll bring up Kenton Stevens. Stevens 0 for 2, hit into a fielder's choice and grounded out to shorten his 2 plate appearances. This one chopped towards the third baseman. Williams picks it up, throw to first in time, out number 3. And we will go to the 5th, still tied at 5 apiece when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Are you needing more space in your home and looking to remodel, or just start from scratch and have your dream home built? Then contact Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany. Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany can help you with all of your building needs. Big or small, they do it all at Williams Construction LLC and Electric. Contact them today at 660-483-0255 or 660-726-2417.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set here for the top half of the 5th inning. We are tied at 5 apiece, and it will be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up here for South Harrison. It'll be Hayden Cox, Jackson Slaughter, and Brody Templeton.
Right fielder, Hayden Cox.
Cox so far 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to the pitcher and hit into a fielder's choice to the pitcher in both appearances. First pitch from Smith is going to be upstairs for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 1. So 1-1 count here to Cox. As this one high and inside for ball 1. For ball 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch home from Smith is going to be hit back foul for strike 2. So 2-2 count here to Hayden Cox. And the pitch home. Outside, ball 3. Count moves 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 from Smith to Cox is going to be tipped back foul, but caught by the catcher Worrell for out number 1. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Jackson Slaughter, who's 0 for 2 on the day.
Jackson Slaughter.
Slaughter has popped out to third and struck out swinging in his 2 plate appearances. As the pitch from Smith is swung on a miss for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch upstairs. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike. And now the 1-1 home. Low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Slaughter. In the top half of the 5th inning, we're tied at 5 apiece. Nobody on base, 1 out. And the pitch home from Smith on the 2-1 is going to be low and hits off home plate for ball 3. The 3-1 from Smith is going to be popped up on the infield right side. Shea Miller is able to follow it through the wind and puts it away for out number 2.
Yeah, routine fly ball made a lot harder by the wind, but nice job by Miller to stay with it and make the catch. And first 2 batters retired here for the Warriors.
That'll bring up Brody Templeton. He's singled and walked in his 2 plate appearances so far on the day. First pitch looked at for strike 1. And the 0-1 is going to be hitting to center field. Emerson goes back, dives, can't pull it in as getting on base, and the throw to second going to be offline and gets off the bag, but just going back is Templeton as he gets a double here with 2 outs.
Now batting the third baseman, Isaac Williams.
I think they're going to check on Templeton a little bit as the ball coming in kind of corralled underneath him. He jumped over top of it and jumped over the bag, and they're going to check on him at second base as it looked kind of awkward as he landed and then had to try and crawl back. Up at bat would be Isaac Williams. No official at bat so far on the day as he's walked twice.
It looks like Templeton's all right. Just a little bit slow getting up. That did not look very good. He kind of jumped over the base, but he's all right.
So first pitch here to Williams. Going to be high and inside for ball 1. And the 1-0 low and in the dirt for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Williams. The runner on second and 2 outs. And a tie ball game. 2-0 pitch is swung on a miss for strike 1. The 2-1 pitch swung on a miss, strike 2. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The scoreboard operator got Smith to almost make a vital mistake there, as he thought that was strike 3. As he laid the ball there with the runner on second, a big no-no. The 2-2. High and upstairs, ball 3 is the count full. So full count here to Williams. And the pitch is going to be just inside, ball 4. The third walk that time for Isaac Williams.
Yeah, close pitch there, but it's always tough with taller batters. Their strike zone, the bottom is a little bit higher than everybody else's, so that's probably a strike 3 for anybody else. But Williams, that's below the knees, and so that'd be a ball.
Huddlemeyer has walked and struck out looking in his 2 plate appearances. Has 2 runners on with 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. The pitch is low for ball 1. And now the 1-0 pitch here from Smith to Huddlemeyer. He's going to be hit down the left field side, but out of play, foul for strike 1. 2-1 pitch from Smith is going to be popped up. Right field side. Right fielder Akins has to come in on it, and it drops in front of him, and it'll score a run here for South Harrison. Took a little bit for Akins to find the ball and then come in on it, and it just dropped in front of him. So it's now a 6-5 South Harrison lead.
Now batting the center fielder, Jet Cornett.
As we're about to have a courtesy runner here for the catcher in Austin Henry. Jet Cornett will come up to bat. He's got on base due to an error and walked in his 2 plate appearances. Comes up with runners on the corners and 2 outs, and his team now leading by 1. First pitch. It's going to be hit back to the pitcher, Smith. Picks it up, throw to first in time for out number 3, but not before South Harrison could take the 1-run lead, 6-5 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. We're back at Morning Albany here on Albany TV.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small town roots with a big town feel.
The Albany Booster Club is a group of people who come together to make a better experience for the Albany R3 students. They try to help students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, helping every Albany R3 student succeed in their field. The Albany Booster Club, joining together for the better of the Albany students.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set here for the bottom of the 5th inning. It is a 6-5 South Harrison lead now as the Warriors trail for the first time since going into the bottom half of the first. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for the Warriors: Bryce Martin, Shane Miller, and Dalton Worrell.
We'll see what the Warriors can do. Like you said, the first time they've trailed since the first inning. They trailed by 1 in that inning, too, and were able to put up a 5 spot, but
they haven't scored a run since.
Yeah, and that was also largely on the back of a bunch of walks. So they haven't really been able to do anything really without the walk party that they had in the first inning. We'll see if they can change that.
First pitch to Martin is low for ball 1. He has walked in both of his appearances, has yet to see a strike so far. He's walked in 4 straight pitches, each at bat. This time swings and misses at this one as the count moves 1 ball, 1 strike. This one upstairs for ball 2. It's also the first time Martin has faced Booth so far in the ballgame, as Booth entered right after Quinley walked Martin in the 3rd, as that one swung on a miss for strike 2.
Really big swing at that one by Martin. Just got to stay within yourself. You're not going to hit one out today.
2-2, low and inside, ball 3. So the 3-2 pitch is going to be chopped down the third base side, but is going to go foul and will stay full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch home from Booth. It's going to be hit towards the shortstop, Quinley. Picks it up and has some trouble on the transfer. Throw over to first, not in time, as Martin gets on base due to the air.
That time Quinley able to field it cleanly, but just had some trouble getting it from glove to hand, and the Warriors able to get the first batter of the game on. May have something going here.
That'll bring up Shane Miller. He's walked and struck out in his 2 plate appearances. Shows bunt, pulls it back as the pitch outside for ball 1. They're going to check down, see if he went. They're going to say he brought it back.
He held it out there for quite a bit, but he did bring the bat back, just not all the way back. But he definitely brought the bat back.
Throw over to first. Martin gets back in safely as he dives back in. Both umpires were in agreement that he pulled it back, so. 1-0, bunts it, pops it back, foul out of play for strike one.
Well, luckily for Shane Miller, that one was out of play. Worst case scenario on a bunt if you pop it up, because.
Well, on a day like today, if you're gonna pop up a bunt, make sure it's high enough that the wind catches it.
Yeah, well, the wind could potentially make that go from a good thing or a bad thing to a good thing.
As pitch swung on and missed as Martin takes off and is going to be out trying to steal second. So Martin out trying to steal second as the count moves 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Miller. And now the 1-2 pitch is going to be hitting to center field. Center fielder Cornett goes back, puts it away for out number 2. And then I'll move up to the top of the order, Dalton Worrell.
Now batting the catcher, Dalton Worrell.
Worrell so far has singled, walked, and hit into a fielder's choice in his 3 plate appearances, but has gotten on base on all 3 plate appearances.
Well, it's the 5th inning here. This potentially could be the last time these guys in the top of the order come up to bat, so got to make the most of it.
As this one comes in and hits Worrell, as he'll take first base.
Well, that's the best type of hit by pitch if you're a batter.
One that barely grazes you.
Yep.
That'll bring up Jarrett Smith to bat. He is 0 for 2 with a walk, ground out to short, and a line out to short so far in the day. As throw over to first, Worrell dives back in safely.
He's got a really aggressive lead.
Gets back over, and Booth thought they had him, but Worrell just gets back in safely.
Oh yeah, that was just in time. He's really off there a far ways. He's normally,
like I said, he plays that risk-reward game on the base pass.
He's normally off quite a bit, but I feel like he's off a little bit more than what he normally is.
As this one's going to be low for ball 1.
And I think that time he didn't get off quite as much because that was a really close play at first base.
Booth checks Worrell at first, and again throw over. Worrell back in safely. Yeah, that's the game Worrell likes to play, and wants you to throw over and make a mistake is what he's hoping for. As Worrell takes off, throw low, and they're going to get him at second base. And we will go to the 6th inning with South Harrison leading 6-5 when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Being a South Harrison Bulldog means that you are part of a family. They care for each other and show compassion for all the students enrolled, their staff, and their school on a daily basis. South Harrison School works hard to promote a positive atmosphere, and they want their students to carry on the proud tradition of their school by not only being good students, but also good citizens. South Harrison School District wants their students to always remember to make every day count. South Harrison School District wants everyone to know that they are proud of their Bulldogs.
Hello, I'm Dustin Freeman, Superintendent of the Albany R3 School District. At Albany, our staff is focused on helping students excel in academics, athletics, music, business, technology, art, and agriculture. We strive to help young minds prepare for life and become successful in whatever endeavor they choose. The Albany R3 School District is a tribe of parents, teachers, students, and community members working together so students don't just chase their dreams, but live them.
The Printery in Albany can do all of your printing. They do business cards, envelopes, brochures, books, calendars, posters, magnetic signs, banners, and everything in between. Come visit Perry and Susan at the Printery in Albany, where they have your printing covered. Call the Printery today at 660-726-5234. That's 660-726-5234 for fair and honest pricing, because to us, you're family.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the top half of the sixth inning. It'll be the top of the order here for the Bulldogs. It'll be Caden Eckerson, Braxton Booth, and Jarrett Evans. Eckerson so far on the day, 2 for 3 with 2 singles, a pop out to third, and 2 RBIs. Jarrett Smith still on the mound here for the Warriors.
Leading off for the Bulldogs,
and so far, here for Jarrett Smith, he has thrown 24 pitches so far on the day. As the first pitch showing bunt. Time is Eckerson and going to be called strike one. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt for a ball one. Count moves 1 ball, 1 strike. Herkman playing in at third, expecting the bunt. As the 1-1 pitch. Low for ball 2. And the 2-1 pitch is going to be low, ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike here to the leadoff man, Caden Eckerson. As the pitch from Smith, low and inside, ball 4, and Eckerson will walk here to lead off the inning as Braxton Booth comes up to bat.
All 4 of those balls, Smith missed low. Probably just letting go too late or just a little bit too forceful, something like that that's causing him to miss low.
Booth so far is hit into a fielder's choice, flown out to left and walked in his 3 plate appearances. As runner takes off for second, throw down is going to be offline, gets into right field. Emerson picks it up, throwing to third, and Eckerson in safely at third.
When the ball rolls away, you've got to be quick and get to it. And the Warriors didn't really try to get that ball very quickly.
They didn't show much urgency.
Yeah, not until he took off, but I mean, their lack of urgency kind of allowed him to do that.
As the pitch swung on and missed by Booth for strike 1, count moves 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 swung on and missed. All right, take that back. That was strike 3 against Booth.
Now batting the first baseman,
as that'll bring up Jarrett Evans to bat. Evans so far 0 for 2 with a walk, with a strikeout and a ground out to short. First pitch swung at and missed for strike 1. And this one will come in and hit the backside of Evans.
Yeah, that was coming in and hitting the whole way, and Evans just sat in there and took it. And he gets a nice round of applause from the dugout, as people normally get when they wear a pitch.
So runners on the corners here for Hayden Cox, 0 for 3. Grounded back to the pitcher, hit to a fielder's choice and struck out swinging, as he'll swing it this one low in the dirt for ball 1.
He even dropped down to a knee on that one. That was a big hack, and I just don't see a ball leaving the yard today.
Not likely. The 0-1. That one swung on a miss for strike 2.
I mean, you can hit it as hard as you want. It's just the ball is just not going out today.
Especially for a pull hitter as a left-hander, trying to go down the right field line with the wind blowing in from right center. The 0-2 is going to be tipped back foul, and will stay no balls, 2 strikes. So No balls, 2 strikes, runners on the corners and 1 out. Top half of the 6th inning, a 6-5 South Harrison lead. And the pitch home from Jarrett Smith is low, gets away from the catcher. Evans will move up to second. Eckerson will stay at third. So a 1-2 count here to Hayden Cox. And the pitch home from Smith is low and outside. Ball 2, count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 home. Bounces away. This time Cox will score. And Evans will move up to third.
Yeah, no play for the Warriors. That ball just bounced up so high. There was no chance for Worrell to get over there in time and make a throw over to home.
And actually bounced away from him, so bounced over to Smith down the first baseline. As the 3-2 pitch home rises on him upstairs, ball 4. So again, runners on the corners, and Jackson Slaughter comes to bat.
Yeah, this is not how you wanted the inning to go. If you're the Warriors, you were really trying to get out of this. But South Harrison's already put up one run on the board, and now a chance for at least a couple more.
As the pitch to Slaughter swung on and missed for strike 1. Slaughter 0 for 3. Pop up to third, pop up to second, and a strikeout swinging in his 3 plate appearances. The 0-1 pitch. Looked at, strike 2.
0-2 count. Smith really needs to try and just finish off Slaughter here. Don't play around. Just come at him and try and get a strikeout.
This one's going to be popped into left field. Martin. Actually, it's going to be Klein that pulls it in. And the throw into home is going to keep Evans at third.
Well, that was really scary because it didn't really seem like anybody was calling that. And as the left fielder, that's Martin's ball to have, but he didn't ever really call Klein off. But luckily, Klein's able to make the catch.
And this might be the end of the day here for Smith. Give him an opportunity to come back and pitch again on Friday. And it looks like Chase Klein is going to take the mound here to finish off this ball game with 2 outs in the 6th inning. We're back after this timeout. Remember, this pitching change brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. We're back with more in a moment.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolbus a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. Order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items. Call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
And welcome back out again here to Albany. A pitching change here for the Warriors. This pitching change brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. And the new pitcher on the mound for the Warriors is Chase Klein. He'll move in from shortstop. Jared Smith will move to his position at short.
Well, you got to imagine that tomorrow, with it being a conference game, Klein's going to get the ball. They're really hoping for
a very productive day from him. He gets 30 pitches today before and then he could come pitch back again tomorrow.
Yeah, so they're hoping for some quick work here by Klein. He's not going to go over 30 no matter what.
Templeton comes up to bat. He is 2 for 2 on the day with a single, a double, and a walk. First pitch outside, ball 1.
They're just hoping that his day ends when the game ends and not having to take him out.
And the 1-0 pitch inside. Runners will stay on the corners. Not quite understanding exactly why Cox stayed on first and didn't try to move up to second on that pass ball, but he stays at first.
Yeah, and it's a close game. Those extra bases, they're very important.
So a 2-0 count here to Templeton. Pitch home from Klein. It's going to be tipped back foul for strike 1. So 2 balls and a strike here to Templeton, with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Top half the 6th inning, 7-5, South Harrison with the lead. And the pitch home here from Chase Klein. Looked at, strike 2 is the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looks in, brings home the 2-2, and it's swung on and missed, strike 3, and he will get Templeton swinging to get out of the inning. We will go to the bottom of the 6th with South Harrison leading by 2 when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Hogue Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades. Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we start the bottom of the 6th inning with South Harrison leading 7-5. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up for the Warriors. It'll be Jared Smith, Chase Klein, and Trevor Aiken. Smith was up at bat when Worrell was thrown out trying to steal second to end the last inning. Smith so far 0 for 2 with a ground out and a line out to short and a walk and a run scored on the day.
2, 3, and 4 hitters up in this bottom of the 6th. This is a big inning for the Warriors. You don't really want to leave it up to the bottom of the order to try and come back.
First pitch swung on a miss, strike 1. Warriors haven't scored since the first part of the inning, have not gotten a base hit either since that first inning. 2 hits so far on the day. This one hit right back up the middle, hits off the mound, and Smith gonna just beat out the throw for the infield single. And that's the first hit for the Warriors since back in the first inning. They've gotten on base a couple of times due to errors and walks, but just the 3rd hit on the day for the Warriors.
Yeah, great job by Smith. Infield hit, you got to get down the line, and Booth had some trouble finding the ball, and it gave him just enough time to beat out the throw and get on base.
First pitch to Klein. Chopped down the third base side, foul for strike 1. Klein 1 for 3 on the day with a single. He hit a fly ball out to center and another fly ball out to left field on 2 hard hit balls, but right at the center fielder Cornett and left fielder Templeton. As Smith gets back in safely as Booth throws over. So an 0-1 count here to Klein. 1 on, nobody out. He is the tying run for the Warriors up at bat. And this one's going to be hit back up the middle. It's going to get into center. And back-to-back singles here for the Warriors as it'll bring up Trevor Akins, who's been on base in all 3 of his plate appearances. As he is 0 for 1, though. He got on base due to an error and walked in his other 2 plate appearances.
Well, it's a good start, but it means nothing if the Warriors can't capitalize on it. They got to keep this hit train going.
This one inside, ball 1.
If they can get some hits together, sometimes hitting can be contagious. It's going to need to be somebody in the second half of the order, most likely, to either tie or drive in a winning run. So we'll see if they can do it.
Akins gets the bunt down, picked up by Booth. Throw over to first is going to be high. It's going to get away. And it'll bring in 1 run as Smith will score. And Klein will move up to third. So runners on the corners after Akins gets on base due to the error. And it'll bring up Quentin Herkman. Still nobody out here in the inning.
Well, there's 1 run. Tying run is on third. Go-ahead run is on first. Bottom half of the order is going to have to come through with a hit here if the Warriors want to try and win this one in the next half inning.
Throw over to first. Akins gets back in safely. Herkman has walked, struck out looking, and got on base due to an error in his 3 plate appearances so far. As the runner takes off for second, as Herkman looks that one in for strike 1. Akins takes second without a throw, so now the leading run for the Warriors sits at second base.
Yep.
Tying run at third, leading run at second. The 0-1. And this one makes Herkman duck out of the way. For ball 1 count, even 1 ball, 1 strike.
And aside from Emerson, there's nobody else you'd rather have on second base to try and score on a base hit to the outfield.
This one's going to be popped back out of play for strike 2.
With Akins on second base, a base hit to the outfield, even if it's hard hit, maybe could score Akins. It just kind of depends on how quickly South Harrison gets the ball back in.
The 1-2. Outside, ball 2, count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's the pitch for the Warriors they need to watch out for, is that pitch on the outside corner. The 2-2 is going to be chopped foul down the third base side. Will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And here with no outs, just the worst thing that you can do is strike out. If you put the ball in play, unless it's a weakly hit ground ball right in front of home plate, a run will probably score. So just put the ball in play. A strikeout is really what you can't have.
The 2-2 is low, ball 3. The count now moves full.
Isaac Williams not holding Klein on at third base, so he's getting a great lead off on third. So I'd say he's going on contact, well, unless it's a pop fly.
3-2 going to be fouled off down the first base side, out of play. So we'll stay full count here for Herkman.
But if it's on the ground, he's going.
And the tying run and Chase Klein at third. Trevor Akins the leading run at second. This one's going to be hit, and it's going to get under Williams' glove off of Quinley at short. And Akins will stay at third, but we're tied at 7 apiece. As Herkman able to get on base with a single. And that'll bring up Cole Emerson. Emerson 0 for 3 on the day. 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging, and he got on base due to an error. And looks like we may have a pitching change upcoming here for South Harrison. This pitching change brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They are prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
East Fork Lodge and Ranch is tucked away in the solitude of over 1,000 private acres of rolling hills, beautiful trees, and fields just north of Albany. East Fork Lodge is complete with 11 private suites, 3 private cabins, and all the amenities you could ever desire. You're sure to be comfortable when staying only a few days or just a few hours. East Fork Lodge is the perfect location for weddings, corporate retreats, reunions, family vacations, or even a weekend getaway with some friends. Email Jamie at eastforklodge.com for more information on East Fork Lodge and Ranch. If you're looking to join a stable and growing company, Johnson Controls in Albany is the place for you. They are currently hiring for multiple positions, including welding, electrical, and general assembly. Johnson Controls offers excellent benefits, medical, dental, vision, life insurance, 401k, health savings account, and paid holidays. Apply now at www.johnsoncontrols.com to join their winning team. Sublime Flamingo Boutique on the west side of the square in Albany is your prom dress headquarters in Gentry County. They have prom dresses in stock and are taking appointments now, so schedule your appointment to find the best dress today. If you're needing something stylish and cute for your princess, you don't need to head to the city and the big box stores. Instead, you can visit Sublime Flamingo Boutique in Albany. Call and schedule your appointment early at 660-851-1122 or book online at sublimeflamingoboutique.com. Stay local with Sublime Flamingo Boutique, LLC, on the square in Albany.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we sit in the bottom of the 6th inning, a tie ball game, 7-7, and a pitching change. This pitching change on Albany TV brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. New pitcher on the mound here for the Bulldogs is Isaac Williams. Braxton Booth moves over to third base to take Williams' spot on the infield.
Well, watching Williams warm up, he's going to pound the strike zone. You got to be ready to hit if you step in the box. They just need one run to give the Warriors the lead, and then you're going to give the ball to your ace pitcher to try and close out the game. So just try and got to put the ball in play here.
Pitch to Emerson, looked at for strike one. Herkman moves up to second base without a throw, so the leading run for the Warriors sits at third. The insurance run sits at second. Still nobody out here in the inning. And an 0-1 count here to Emerson, who's 0 for 3 on the day. This one low and then outside for ball one.
Yeah, Warriors with no outs, they're going to have a few chances at this. Again, the one thing that you cannot have is a strikeout.
Put the ball in play, and preferably to the right side of the infield with a runner on third. 1-1 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike two. And Williams, a definite difference in speed and power compared to the other two pitchers that the Bulldogs have thrown today. As the throw over to third, Akins gets back in safely. And with Isaac Williams' frame, that ball comes in a little faster as well. 1-2 inside, count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's up to the 6, 7, and 8 hitters here for the Warriors to try and get that leading run in from third. This one's going to be popped up, and it's going to get out of play as a count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, not a bad pitch to drive, just a little bit under it for Emerson. But the important thing is he stayed alive. The at-bat continues. He'll see another pitch.
Two home is going to be hitting the left field. Left fielder Templeton goes back. In fair territory it falls. Akins will score. Herkman is going to be held up at third as the Warriors take an 8-7 lead off of the RBI double by Cole Emerson. Both runners had to kind of hold to see if that one was going to get down. And it does, to give the Warriors the lead, as it'll bring up Kenton Stevens. Still nobody out here in the inning. As Stevens 0 for 3 on the day, did get on base to the fielder's choice in the first inning.
Yeah, big hit from Emerson. Akins is going to score no matter what, even if he caught it.
And the first pitch swung on a miss for strike one.
And that was the big thing for the Warriors, just put the ball in play. There are so many ways that winning run can score, especially with it being Akins, and Emerson comes through.
The 0-1 chop down the third base side. Booth throws home, and they're going to get Herkman at home as Stevens gets on base due to a fielder's choice yet again.
Yeah, that's one. It's on, especially to third base. You kind of have to freeze, and if you're going to be really aggressive, if he throws over to first, then you go. But if that's the second base, then going is a little bit easier to accept. But he just kind of turned and ran there, and a big play for South Harrison to get him out.
As Cameron Martin going to come in and pinch run here for Kenton Stevens. Put a little bit more speed on first base.
Yeah, you got to think runners on the corners, he'll probably go. He'll probably try and take second base, and then the Warriors again have multiple runners in scoring position.
Bryce Martin up at bat again, walked twice, got on base due to an error in his last plate appearance. Comes up to bat, runners on the corners, one out. Martin takes off. Pitch is low. Emerson in safely at third. So again, runners on third and second. Now with one out and a 1-0 count here for Bryce Martin. And that one looked at. Ball two. So again, speed again at third base with Cole Emerson on the bag. As the 2-0 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike one. So 2-1 count here to Bryce Martin. And this one's going to be chopped towards the shortstop. Quinley, throw to first in time, but another Warrior run will score off the RBI ground out. As the Warriors got an insurance run to make it an 8-6 ball game. Or sorry, a 9-7 ball game here. As Shea Miller comes up to bat. 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Looks this one for strike one. So runner on second, 2 outs. This one outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Miller. And the pitch home now from Williams. Clips the outside corner, strike 2. So 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second. A 2-run ball game as the Warriors take a 9-7 lead. And the pitch is swung on a miss, strike 3, but not before the Warriors can make this a 2-run lead heading to the top of the 7th. We'll see if they can put the Bulldogs away when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV. The Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany has gifts for every occasion. The Briar Patch can help you with fresh flowers, green plants, candles, willow tree angels, customized cups, and so much more. They also deliver your gift items. Don't forget, the Briar Patch also features tuxedo rentals for all occasions. To schedule a fitting for your tux or to order your one-of-a-kind gifts, call the Briar Patch on the square in Albany at 660-726-4170. Whether you're hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's also has daily lunch specials with the lunch buffet on Wednesdays. Make sure you leave room for dessert though, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany. The Donnie and Nancy Stevens family are proud to support their Albany Warriors. Whether it be in the classroom or on the playing surface, Donnie and Nancy Stevens and family wish the Albany Warrior students, teachers, coaches, and administrators the best of luck this academic year.
Are you needing more space in your home and looking to remodel, or just start from scratch and have your dream home built? Then contact Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany. Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany can help you with all of your building needs. Big or small, they do it all at Williams Construction LLC and Electric. Contact them today at 660-483-0255 or 660-726-2417.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we have another pitching change brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. New pitcher on the mound is going to be Bryce Martin.
Second appearance on the mound of the season for Martin. First one did not go well, and we'll see here if he can rebound. They're asking a lot of him. He has a 2-run lead. He's trying to close out what's been a pretty tightly contested game so far. They're putting the ball in his hands and trusting him to close this one out. We'll see if he can do it.
And leading off is Isaac Williams. He has walked in all 3 of his plate appearances so far on the day. So Klein moves back to short. Jarrett Smith the third. Quentin Herkman the left as Martin on the mound. First pitch. Going to be low and outside for ball 1. Again, it'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up for South Harrison: Williams, Huddlemeyer, and Cornett. 1-0 pitch, low for ball 2. Home. Low, ball 3. Three-oh pitch looked at, strike 1. Count moves 3 balls and a strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to Isaac Williams. Pitch home. Looked at, strike 2. Count now moves full. And the 3-2 home. Low, ball 4. And now the tying run for South Harrison comes up to bat. And Briar Huddlemeyer. Huddlemeyer has walked, singled, and struck out looking in his 3 plate appearances on the day. First pitch is going to be fouled for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch going to be fouled off down the first base side for strike 2.
Well, Martin's got ahead of Huddlemeyer here. He's got to finish him off. Don't let him get back in the count. Just come back aggressively. Try and set him down here on 3 pitches.
So no balls, 2 strikes to Huddlemeyer. Williams on first, nobody out. And this one going to be fouled back. Will stay no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. Looked at, strike 3 as Huddlemeyer goes down looking for out number 1. And that'll bring up Jet Cornett. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Got on base due to an error, walked, and grounded back to the pitcher in his 3 plate appearances. First pitch. Clips the outside corner, looked at, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch gets away. Williams takes off, throw down to second. Is not going to be in play as Williams gets in safely off the wild pitch. So a 1-1 count here to Cornett with a runner on second. Again, his run does not matter. Tying run at the plate. This one inside, ball 2. the 2-1 pitch is low for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch from Martin is going to be tipped foul for strike 2 as the count now full. So runner on second, 1 out. 2-run ball game, a 3-2 count here to Cornett in the top of the 7th inning. Warriors lead 9-7. Pitch home from Martin is inside, ball 4. And now the tying run sits on base. And the leading run comes up to bat, and Caden Eckerson, the top of the order. 2 for 3 on the day. 2 singles, a walk, and a pop out to third. First pitch from Martin is going to be low, ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch. Low gets away to the backstop. Both runners will advance. And now the tying run sits in scoring position. It's a 2-0 pitch from Martin to Eckerson. Looked at, strike 1, count moves, 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 is going to be hitting the left field. Left fielder Herkman under it. Throw home is going to keep the runner Williams at third.
Yeah, slight hesitation from Herkman, but luckily it wasn't. It was in shallow left field, and Williams thought better of trying to go home, and that's a big out, number 2 for the Warriors. Tying run in scoring position here, and they can try and close out the game here if they're able to get an out.
They'll bring up Booth, 0 for 3 on the day with a walk. Got on base due to a fielder's choice, fly out to left, and a strikeout. This one chopped right back to the pitcher. Martin picks it up, throw to first, in time, and the Warriors come away with a victory, 9-7. We'll be back with the BTC Bank postgame, tonight's Winner's Circle player of the game, when we come back in a moment.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank school mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and you can earn that school extra cash. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. Order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items. Call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North. Thank you for watching this Albany TV broadcast. Make sure to leave a like and don't forget to turn on your notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you want to be a part of our broadcast or have any comments about this broadcast, contact us by messaging us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
And welcome back out again here to Albany. Remember, tonight's postgame brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Let's take a look here at the stats from the ball game for South Harrison offensively tonight. It was Kay Neckerson tonight who went 2 for 4 with a walk, a run scored, and 2 RBI. Braxton Booth tonight goes 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk. Jared Evans goes 0 for 2 on the night with a walk. Hayden Cox tonight goes 0 for 3 with a walk. Jason Slaughter 0 for 4 on the day. Brody Templeton goes 2 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Isaac Williams no official at bat today as he got walked 4 times and scores 2 runs. Huddlemeyer today goes 0 for 3 with a walk, and Jet Cornett goes 0 for 2 on the night with 2 walks and a run scored. Cole Emerson got the start. He did not get a decision. He went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 5 runs, 2 earned off of 4 hits, 7 walks, 3 strikeouts. Jarrett Smith in relief went 2 innings, gave up 2 runs, 1 earned off of 1 hit, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Chase Klein came in to face 1 batter, got a strikeout. Bryce Martin got the save, and so Chase Klein gets the win tonight. Bryce Martin gets the save, goes 1 inning, walks 2, gets a strikeout. Offensively tonight for the Warriors, Dalton Worrell tonight goes 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Jarrett Smith goes 0 for 3 on the night with a walk and 2 runs scored. Chase Klein 2 for 4 with a run scored. Trevor Akins goes 0 for 2 with 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Quentin Herkman 1 for 3 on the day with a walk, a run scored, and 2 RBI. Cole Emerson tonight goes 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Kenton Stevens goes 0 for 4 with a run scored. And then Bryce Martin 0 for 2 on the day with 2 walks, 2 RBIs. Shea Miller tonight goes 0 for 3 with a walk and 1 RBI. We had a little trouble figuring out who tonight our Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North Player of the Game is going to be. And we are going to give it to the person who got the last run in and also was able to force the last out. And that is Bryce Martin gets the save tonight. He doesn't get an official at bat tonight, does score 2 runs batted in, got on base in every single plate appearance except for the final one where he grounded out into a sacrifice RBI attempt. But tonight, Bryce Martin is going to be our Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North Player of the Game. Coming back from his pitching that we saw earlier in the year to come back tonight, even with a couple of walks on there, able to get out of a tough situation with the tying run sitting on second base to get the Warriors the victory 9-7. He is tonight's Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North Player of the Game.
Yeah, it was a nice overall game for Bryce Martin, and then closing out the game in that 7th inning for the Warriors. After that first game he had a couple of weeks ago now, kind of surprised that they gave him the ball back, especially in such a crucial situation. This isn't a conference game, but you still want to try and win when you have a chance to win. And he was able to, despite the rocky start with the 2 walks, close it out. And aside from just him, it was a good game for the Warriors in general. They got out to that early lead, kind of gave it up, and then lost the lead, and then they were able to fight back and get the lead right at the end. So a big win for the Warriors, their 2nd win on the season, and they will hope to take that momentum into another conference game tomorrow when they travel to Princeton to take on the Tigers and try and remain undefeated in conference play.
Yes, Warriors will be at Princeton tomorrow. It is a game that we will have simulcast here on Albany TV as we will have the Princeton school broadcast on Albany TV tomorrow due to our inability to get a good internet signal at Princeton. So we will have their broadcast. We will share it here on Albany TV so you will see it just like it would be a normal live for us, except for it'll be done by the Princeton school and their production class. And they have some play-by-play people as well that will help you with that. So they will do the broadcast for us tomorrow, and then on Friday we'll be back here with me and Brett for baseball against North Nottoway. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Hope you're bringing tonight's broadcast, BTC Bank, Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany, Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany, the Hoag Lumber Company in Albany, the Albany Hy-Vee and Northwest Cell, Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany, along with East Fork Lodge and Legacy Event Center in Albany, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, the Briar Patch and Sublime Flamingo Boutique, both on the side of the west side of the square in Albany. Johnson Controls in Albany, Williams Construction and Electric, the Donnie and Nancy Stevens family, City of Albany, Albany Booster Club, Albany and South Harrison School Districts, and the Printer News Shopper located in Albany. For myself, Jared Rolvis, color analyst Brett Williams, so long and good night tonight from Albany.